What is going on, Ranger fans? Welcome to another edition of 407 Rangers. I am your host, Raymond Tapia. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and a comment. Turn on your notifications every time I'm about to go live, upload a post, or a highlights or a recap. Now, the Rangers just finished beating the Golden Knights, which I am going to be so blunt with you guys. I had a feeling they were gonna at least play good, but I would be lying to y'all if I told y'all I was expecting them to win. No, I thought this was gonna be probably one of the most challenging games yet, but somehow, some way, the Rangers decided to give the Golden Knights one of their most challenging games, and I'm just like, how? What am I seeing right now? But I also got to get to the Devils recap because we had the video uploaded, but for some odd reason, it was just tweaking on us, and it had me sounding like a chipmunk halfway through the video. So I also got to talk about that game. So let's get right to that because the Devils was another game that I kind of expected they were going to maybe pull off a win, but at the same time, I knew it wasn't going to be an easy win. So we will definitely take that because, as you know, the Devils been just running circles on us for this season, and we still have to see them one more time in April. So it would be awesome if they can at least get one more win out of that team in the springtime, because then it'll make us feel like they might be in better shape. I mean, right now in the standings, they're doing way better somehow. Like they're starting to creep with the Senators and the Penguins and the Red Wings, which is absolutely fucking shocking to even say. If you ask me, it is absolutely shocking. But for the Devils, nobody expected Adam Fox to hit a slap shot power play goal, so that was always good to see. And of course, you had Artemi Panarin tying up the goal, and when Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt had scored the goal in the second period, and we all thought it was over when they were up a goal, but right after, like I said, Panarin hit the one-timer rebound with them right back in it. So they took it all the way to the third period, and for the first time ever, Igor Shesterkin didn't have to outwork himself. I think he only had like 21 saves that game, so that is very shocking. That the fact that Igor wasn't just drenched in sweat and just killing himself trying to steal the game. Rangers are starting to finally realize that if you help Igor just a little bit and don't have to make him do massive elite amounts of goaltending, then you can actually win a game. It's good to have a great goaltender, but it's also better if you help your goalie just a little bit. If you help Igor just a little bit, you can actually get the game out of it because you're doing your part and Igor's still doing his. That's all the Rangers have to start doing from this point on. But as you know, out of nowhere, so they go to OT and Sam fucking Carrick. Now, I will say this. I know he's been aggravating and he's had his moments where you're just like, what the fuck are you doing in this team? Why are you here? But I will say this. He's actually made up for all of that by giving us a game-winning overtime goal and giving us the most interesting 2 points because that was much needed. I got to tell you, so much needed. But also, let's get to the Golden Knights because, like I said, I know that one was a fun game to watch for you guys, but we're going to get to the real game here tonight. The Vegas Golden Knights, like, I still cannot comprehend, guys, how they managed to pull this off. Because the Golden Knights, when you saw the puck drop in the first period, the very first puck drop, they just started blazing hot skating all around the Rangers, and we're just like, oh man, here we go. They're about to just start running circles all over this team and try to make them say, hey, look, we can skate, you guys can't. For the first time ever, I would actually have to say this. As crazy as it sounds, you can be a biased Rangers fan, who cares? I don't even care about that, but the Rangers played their best defense this season. I know I've been saying they've been playing their best hockey, but as far they've been playing their best offensively, but they still had a couple of defensive flaws. But for the first time ever, they were playing defense that you couldn't really complain about. I mean, guys, they gave Vegas the hardest time. Las Vegas only had one wraparound power play goal, which that that was definitely karma from the hockey gods right after, because ironically, when they did that call was definitely questionable. Even Sam Rosen and Joe Micheletti thought that call was unnecessary from Trocheck because there was no type of holding involved. I don't know where, but it's Vegas. You guys know how Vegas are. They do sports bettings. They do all kind of shit. So you never know. You just never know. But anywho, the interesting part was for their first goal, Mika Zibanejad had tried to dart it into the net, and somehow it hit Vincent Trocek's abdomen, but he was able to get the rebound and score it right back into the net for the goal, which everybody was concerned because he went to the locker room right after and they were like, "Oh no, this is the last thing we need," because Vincent Trocek, excuse me, guys, despite him committing all these silly penalties, for the first time ever, this is one I can say I can actually agree on with everyone else that that was a very weird and questionable call. Like, we know Trocek draws penalties and somehow gets a goal right after to make up for it, but this one, I don't know how they saw holding, but like I said, the hockey gods was watching this game and they sure enough was giving Vegas as much karma as possible, because right after Vincent Trocek came back, Matt Rempe, of all people. Now, I gotta say this about Matthew Rempe. I think he's finally starting to realize that now he's on thin ice. He just can't be crashing out and doing illegal hits and dirty hits. Because that's the only thing that's been getting Matt Rempe in trouble. Because ironically, every time Rempe's in the team or with the lineup, they somehow play better. I mean, as much as people hate Matt Rempe for what he does sometimes and things of that nature, guys, you cannot tell me that Rempe's presence does not make the Rangers play better. For the first time ever tonight, he was actually playing really good, which is shocking to say because normally we're used to seeing Matt Rempe go to the penalty box and he's just living in there for the whole game. But he actually got a pass from the breakaway, and they ended up getting the game, pretty much the game clinching goal for us with Adam Edstrom's freaking rebound. Because oh my God, I still can't believe Matt Rempe of all people got a really good pass from a breakaway and it ended up giving us an Adam Edstrom goal. If Matt Rempe can keep this up, this is why I said many videos ago, if Rempe can just stop drawing penalties, crashing out, always fighting. I don't mind him fighting. I know he's the goon for the team. I get he's 6'8", he has size and he's got muscle. And and that's another thing too. We got to get to that because the Rangers were playing the best physicality as well. They were doing a lot of hit checking, a lot of forechecking, a lot of block shots, turnovers being created. So I just got to give the credit where credit is due. As much as I hate Phil Housley and how he runs his defense, I will give him his flowers for the first time ever tonight. As much as I despise what he does for defense, I'll give him his flowers only for tonight. And that's only because he somehow managed to create a defense that helped us beat the number one team in the NHL this season. Like we all know, the Golden Knights are definitely a juggernaut team. And another thing too, this is the most interesting thing. The Islanders shutted them out the other night, and now they just won 2 in a row because they just beat the Utah Hockey Club. So I don't know what's in the air with New York City right now, but everybody besides the Sabres won. And how about Capo Caco? See, Capo Caco, I told y'all when he went to Seattle, he's going to probably play better there. And look at that. He scored 2 goals within a minute and 40 tonight against the Sabres, which the Sabres had the lead at one point, and the Kraken just started cooking, and of course, Cabo Caco started contributing with that too. But anywho, this is going to be the most interesting month because, as crazy as it sounds, you guys thought December was brutal. Nope, we got a brutality schedule part 2 because now, as you guys see with all these teams the Rangers are facing this month, these are nothing but powerhouse NHL teams they're going to be facing for the rest of January. And this is their ultimate test. It's not even this. December was the most infuriating schedule because those were a lot of teams they lost to, were a lot of teams they were supposed to beat. Now, This is where you're like, holy shit, they gotta face these amount of teams. Because now the next game is going to be against the Avalanche. And like I said, y'all, the Avalanche look scary good. They play on Tuesday on the 14th. And you guys know that the Avalanche are trying to go to the Cup. And it wouldn't surprise me one bit if they are capable of doing it. Like the only team I can see possibly in the way of them pulling it off is maybe the Minnesota Wild and the Oilers and quite possibly the Dallas Stars. But as far as like the Avalanche, if you want to put a future bet that they are going to come out the West, I definitely would. And as far as the Rangers, they gained 7 points out of the rough week, but we still have to gain a lot more. We still have much more to gain because we still have to gain at least 50, 51 more points to somehow stay in it. So it's going to be a tough schedule for the Rangers because right after the Avalanche, they're going to have to face the hockey club. Utah Hockey Club won't be their toughest schedule. They're probably going to seek revenge. And they got to face the Blue Jackets on that Saturday on the following week, which the Blue Jackets are actually playing good. I don't care what anyone says. They are. God bless Johnny Gaudreau's soul. Blue Jackets are on a mission, man. They're doing it for Johnny Hockey, 100%. Like the way the Blue Jackets been playing, they're on a mission. They just beat the Blues today too, man. So that's another team we're gonna have to watch out for. And the Senators, we're gonna play them again, but they're actually winning games and playing a lot better too. So this is an interesting month for New York because now they're real deal facing a lot of powerhouse and juggernaut and quite possibly bottom seed wild card entry teams too as well. So if you ask me, the Rangers can possibly do it because like I said in the standings, they're right under the Red Wings and the Senators and the Penguins. So there's somehow a chance for them to creep up because they're only 3 teams under the Canadians, and we all know the Canadians are now in a playoff spot. So this is going to be the most unique second half of the season for the New York Rangers because they have to do the unthinkable and just start gaining the most impossible 2 points they can off every game. We know they can't win all of them, but they have to win as many games as they can. Every 2 points count. Excuse me, counts at this point from here on. That's where we're at with the New York Rangers. Every 2 points count. Hell, if they can, try to take them to OT so we can gain a point out of that shit. Because that's the only way that we can somehow have some kind of light in this hope. Rangers have to start getting massive amounts of 2 points from these powerhouse teams, but they can do it. They might possibly do it. If they somehow were capable of beating the Golden Knights tonight, I actually have a little faith that they can give the Colorado Avalanche a problem too. So we'll see how it turns out for the Colorado Avalanche. But I am very impressed with the win. I'm slowly getting my frustration from December out with this team because they are definitely playing, like I said, much better. And if they keep it up, they'll definitely make us forget all about December and actually be thankful that they got to that slump and now they're playing in the groove we need them to play. So, Ranger fans, I really appreciate y'all taking your time and tuning in. Hockey fans all around the world as well. Make sure you guys stay up and tune in and freaking. My bad guys. It's been a long day, but I will be updating y'all on the Tuesday recap. I will definitely be ready and keep y'all updated on what happens to that game as well. Sorry for the sloppiness, guys. Like I said, it's been a long week and day and night, but y'all have a wonderful weekend. Let's hope the Rangers start this week off with the win against the Avs. Let's go, Rangers.